Most Haunted is one of the most unique television programmes of this decade and a true phenomenon of popular culture. The brave ghost hunters of the show are Yvette Fielding and Karl Beattie, the stars and creators of the show. For nearly 7 years, they have been chasing demons, ghosts and the odd ghoulie while scaring viewers all the way from the UK across to the US of A. We have been following the enforcer of the entities, Yvette, and her husband Karl to find out what they are really like, as once again they have allowed us an inside track into their personal and professional lives. This time we follow them as they try to capture one of their resident ducks, which has become injured.
Go, 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 go. Yes, well done!
As Yvette learns some nifty moves with an array of fellow celebrities on Saturday Night Takeaway.
Let it go! Stop moving! Can you feel the music? DJ Charlie is going around, round.
And we are in bed with Yvette and Karl getting up too close and too personal with their late-night bedroom habits.
Oh, that was the best from the mic.
In the last programme, we saw Yvette's video diary from Florida.
I'm missing Karl terribly, really bad. I always miss Karl and the kids terribly. It's almost like you can't go anywhere or do anything without having this panging feeling.
While Karl and daughter Mary hit the mark together.
Let go. Oh, right in there.
And on her return, Yvette was furious to find that Karl had deceived her by buying a new car.
Why? When I said to you on the phone, don't get a car, you promised me that you wouldn't get a car.
However, Karl won her round by proposing to her all over again with a huge diamond ring.
You would marry me all over again.
It's 2 weeks since the proposal, and back at their house in Cheshire, all appears calm down on the farm. But a crisis most foul is afoot, as Farmer Giles explains.
I've got a real bit of a duck problem going on because I've noticed one of my precious little babies has got a limp. And it's where the ring that they always have to have when they're first born, it's almost sort of kind of, you know, this thing's happened. So it can't move its flipper, which means obviously, you know, blood's getting to the flipper, which means it can't use it as a means of swimming or walking. But catching him is a big issue.
It's time for duck rescue to find Daffy.
I'll ambush him on the island. I'm a ninja.
While Karl gets himself into a flap outside, Yvette is tucked away upstairs, lost in a world of her own imagination.
His eyes wide with terror, he knows that all his work has been for nothing as the evil forces from beneath break through the floor and circle around him. I am writing a children's book. I haven't got a publisher yet, but probably because it might be crap. I don't know. I've never written a children's book before. I've written other books about ghosts, but this is a story. I'm calling it the Ghost Hunter Chronicles, and it's about a little boy called Archie, and he becomes a ghost hunter. And I'm just sort of getting to the point now towards the end of the book where it's sort of the crescendo, really. The how do you kill a ghost?
Right, I'm going to bring reinforcement. I've got to get Yvette, I think, because I need to, put all the food stuff away, because I've not fed them today yet. So hopefully they'll be eager to get some food. And then I might be able to actually grab hold of him while he's eating with the net. And if we put all the food back a bit, that will get us stopping him from going into the pond. Yeah?
Yeah.
And what I need is then grab hold of him. Because if he gets in the water, I'm fucked.
There's no need for that sort of language. Hello! Stay there. Don't move. There's Marilyn. She's going for the feed. Go, go, go,
This way,
go,
I'll this way.
go. Yes, well done.
Sorry, darling, darling. Shh, shh, shh. Sweetie, sweetie. Sweetie, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, darling. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay, darling. It's okay, big fella. It's okay, big fella. I've got you. Come here, come here, come here. Shh. Shh. Right.
Oh, it's a bit limp. There's the other one. There you go. Try him now. He's curling his fingers. His fingers, he's whatever they are, so it should be all right.
Oh, baby, it's okay, darling. His little heart. Do you know, I can feel his little heart.
Let him go now.
Come here, darling. It's all right. It's okay.
Hang on.
Huh? It's okay. No, it's all right, darling. There.
Can you see his feet moving, Karl?
Yeah, he's still not using it yet, but because he's not used it for a while. He's probably it's probably gone numb. It's going to take a while for the blood to flow back. But the thing is, his foot. Again, I don't know if it's the same as us, but his foot's the same colour. It's not like it's been But we'll see. Otherwise, if that's the case, we'll just take him to the vet and see what the vet says.
What's that?
So now I think we got Loch Ness. I think Nessie's in here. Found out what's been killing me ducks. Fucking stoked. Little bastard.
It's the next day, and Yvette and Karl have invited Steve, who's a builder, around to discuss important plans to develop their home by adding a conservatory.
You obviously saw us in our brochure.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there anything, to start with, that you saw that sort of took your eye?
Well, we're huge fans of country living and Cheshire Life and all the places that you advertise, so we kind of like have been looking at what sort of conservatory, what sort of company would
Suit this house.
Suit this house, and with it being all the beams and that sort of Tudory feel.
The issue you've got is this. You're a listed building,
Yes.
which you said on the phone. And so you've got to start from the point of what are we likely to be able to get allowed to put on here, not, you know, that sounds awful, not what you particularly want.
I'm just thinking, you know, there's waterfalls that...
Water feature?
A water feature or something in that bit. You know, this... You know, like a lion's head that's on a concrete wall, and the water comes out the lion's head. But that's not going to go. You're laughing at me. That's not going to go on there.
Little boy peeing. That's not...
However, the business in hand is upstaged by Karl and Steve's geeky interests, much to Yvette's despair.
Oh, I'm dealing with a guy who is a fanatical collector of Star Wars figures. He spends his life on the internet buying, you know, the really collectible stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, proper models that we used in the films.
Yeah.
When Steve the Builder was here, you know, we started off fine, we were talking about the plans, and then something happened which I absolutely hate, which is where Karl likes to deviate and starts to talk about all sorts of things. Come down into the cellar and look at my statues of Lon Chaney and all sorts of strange stuff. Of course, the person that's here is being very polite and, of course, you know, joining in with the conversation. Sometimes, like Steve, they like to talk a lot as well. And so what should have taken about half an hour took about 5 hours.
I got a bust of Peter Cushing in the other.
So, going back to...
Who wouldn't have a bust of Peter Cushing in the front?
Peter Cushing, I always liked him in that film, Hound of the Baskervilles.
Superb.
And the Daleks film. The Daleks film.
Yeah, the two Doctor Who films. Doctor Who films he did were brilliant. Better than any Doctor Who since.
Well, I thought he was a good Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he was a good Sherlock Holmes. But he did two of the Baskervilles, and he did the BBC version and the
Hammer film.
And the Hammer film.
The Hammer film was the one that's in
The
that.
Hammer film was superb.
Right, here's the building. Yep.
Oh, we're back to the conservatory. No!
Job done. Steve the Builder will bounce back later with more plans and more irrelevant chat with Karl. It is 2 weeks later, and we rejoin Karl as he receives a call from the producers of Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway, which Yvette is currently appearing on.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, not too bad. No, she's doing fine, yeah. Yeah, she's got a bit of a cold at the moment, but she's, yeah, she's... No.
Oh, what, this Saturday? 9? You want us there Friday night? Okay. Oh, no, I understand. No, it's... Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. I'll go and tell her now. Thanks. Yeah, see you Saturday. And you. Bye-bye.
Karl goes upstairs to gently break to Yvette the sudden change of plans, which isn't going to help how she's feeling at the moment.
Oh, come on. Are you all right? How are you feeling?
Oh,
How was your
I feel
bath?
all right. I feel okay. What's the matter?
I just grabbed the producers
Is
from
this bad news or good news?
Oh, no, it's kind of bad news.
What, like?
No, not nasty bad
Oh, right,
news. I'll
okay.
just say, Saturday, we've got to go down there Friday
Why?
for Saturday because you've got dance routine and stuff to do.
Yeah.
Well, they've brought everything forward because they can't. They're just afraid that it's not going to all get done in one day. So basically, they're putting us up in a hotel in London on Friday night.
I really don't want to go. Don't get me wrong, I'm very lucky and everything, but I just, when you're just feeling a bit not 100%, you just want to stay at home, don't you?
No,
And
I
snuggle up and everything. I just thought an extra night at home would be all right. Do you mind if I just get to bed now? Then I'll just take this makeup off from today and just get into
Do you want me
bed.
to lick the makeup off?
Gross.
Coming up, Karl and Yvette get fruity in their hotel suite.
Let's be strawberry gluttons.
Yvette gets in a spin about choreography. Then takes girly talk to an unexpected level of intimacy in the makeup room.
And did you know why we have an orgasm?
In part 1, Karl, it seemed, had captured a local murderer who was on the loose.
Found out what's been killing me ducks. Fucking stoked.
And Yvette being unhappy at the prospect of having to go to London early to record a show.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm very lucky and everything, but just, when you're just feeling a bit not 100%, you just want to stay at home, don't you?
No.
And snuggle up.
It is the next evening on the Strand, and Karl and Yvette have made their way from Cheshire through the traffic to overnight in a hotel for her early rehearsals on a prime-time Saturday night show the next day.
Oh, God, the traffic to get here was just unbelievable. I'm full of bloody cold. I can't believe it, my throat's gone. I've got to sing tomorrow live on air, and I'm full of cold. Actually, I'm really, really hungry. Where's the best place to get something to eat in the hotel? Would you recommend Indigo on the first floor?
I'll show you the room.
They are personally escorted by the receptionist into a hotel lift, which reminds Yvette of wilder days.
Oh, look at the lift. Sorry.
Yvette and I have this sort of, we have a different outlook on hotels because my background's that of a cameraman, so I'm actually just happy if the production company's given me a roof over my head with somewhere I can lie down. So when we go into these places, I kind of think it's funny when, Yvette just kind of like, yeah, whatever, it's nice, it's, you've got drink, you've got stuff. I just want to play with it. I'm like a kid. It's like, I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't have it.
I knew I was coming. Superb. Strawberries and champagne.
I feel like crap. I feel really crap. Oh, God. I can't believe that I've already got one.
Have another one.
I know, fine.
There's loads. Let's be gluttonous. Let's be strawberry gluttons.
Oh, well, we're found it at all.
Look at this, look. Your mum would never leave, would she?
Don't touch anything, it costs a fortune. Leave it. I reckon those strawberries cost about 60 quid. Come on, let's go and have something to eat. Sweetheart, please don't play with sharp objects. Let's go.
Play your wit.
No, oh, yeah.
As the late February sun rises the following morning on a drowsy South Bank, London Studios, the home of Ant and Dec's Saturday night takeaway, is strangely quiet for the moment. Though silent now, it will soon be a buzzing hive of showbiz activity. Yvette and Karl are one of the first to arrive.
Oh, it's the same one as I had last time.
Cool. TV in it. Fantastic. I'm set.
Yvette is in one of two celeb teams competing with each other by singing and dancing. The team that loses has a member that has to leave tonight, but that is not Yvette's concern at the moment.
If you're a famous person and you come and do a show here at the London Studios for ITV, you probably have a dressing room like this, and you've got like a basket full of nice toiletries. This is very nice, and I do take them home with me. Then this fabulous thing is you get GHD straighteners.
What's GHD?
I don't know what it stands for, like the best straighteners. Right, I've got to go off and rehearse.
Okay,
you stay here. All right, see you in a bit. See you in a bit.
It is time for a choreography session, but not before some paperwork that demands intimate medical details.
Have I had paralysis or a stroke? No.
Is this before you do my rehearsal? Seriously, is it?
Yeah. Do I suffer from high blood pressure or heart attack?
You might be after this.
No. Have I ever had rectal bleeding?
Oh.
Yeah? Shall I put yes down for that? Since I was a baby, so...
Very open door. Hello. How are you?
Oh, she looks
Good. I love the kissing on camera, but not in a gay way. Hello, Johnny.
How are you?
Is this your camera?
Yeah, I don't know. It might have something to do with myself, but think of it as our camera.
All right then.
I've stood next to Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Willis. I've met just about every world leader, Madonna, and I've never been nervous about meeting any of them because you think, oh, they're only people. But Brian Connolly, I'm actually nervous about meeting Brian Connolly.
When they said on Ant and Dec, oh, you're going to be singing and dancing, there was a very large part of me thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this. But then there was that other part of me that was thinking, oh, how exciting.
The task this week involves both teams singing and dancing to tracks that have been released during that week as charity singles. This is Ant's team's first dance rehearsal.
Don't stop moving. This goes forward.
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah, okay, so forward. Yeah.
This is a bit bloody complicated. These guys do this for a living. They're professional. I'm not.
Don't panic so much about
Stop the way it is. Right around the dance floor is where you gotta let it go. Don't stop moving. Can you feel the music? The DJ's got us going around, round.
She's wanted by a lot of people to do stuff, and it's it's my want. I want to do it, but it's also my job as a husband to support her with it. So we always go together in these things, and I have to admit, on the lazy part of me, I love it. I love the fact that she wanders out in the dressing room. I'm stuck there in the dressing room where everything's kind of laid on for me, and I'm thinking she's earning cash and I don't have to do anything, which is fine. And I just, if she wants to do that, I'm more than happy to sit at home and do absolutely nothing while she goes and earns all the cash. I'm not one of these men who feels I need to be the breadwinner. She can do it if she wants. The more the better.
While Yvette earns her keep, Karl is busy editing shows on his laptop for their paranormal channel.
One of the things I'm doing is trying to utilise my time as efficiently as possible. So while Yvette's rehearsing, and there's absolutely nothing on the telly, I'm editing. I'm editing a new show, a new 10-part show, which has to be finished in 3 weeks. So I've kind of been editing through the night just to make sure it's a very tight schedule we've got.
Should we do it again?
Yes, let's just keep doing it. Find your own way to it. Listen to the music going around. Oh, bollocks! Don't stop moving. Find your own way to it. Listen. Oh, bomb!
Don't stop moving to the
Team and beats!
We'll be all right.
With dance rehearsals over, Yvette goes for a quick break before her next challenge. The early calm of the South Bank has turned into the hustle and bustle of people enjoying the unexpected winter sun, oblivious to the showbiz shenanigans inside the building. Yvette meets her team's vocal coach. It is Evie Burnett, more used to appearing on X Factor coaching eager starlets than managing the voices of musically challenged celebrities.
Hello, I'm Yvette.
Yvette, nice to meet you.
After a brief introduction, Jonathan Wilkes and Lembit Opik then roll up.
Hello, how are you?
How are you? Let me sing.
Hello.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
We've been rehearsing since 9:30 this morning.
But I realised that. Well, when I saw you in with Paul, and I know what Paul said, so I won't Paul a lot, I thought you'll have gone over it like 700 times.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we can just do a double check on it.
I would like to be able to know the song so I don't have to think about it. Is that, and I'm not like that yet. I'm still having to think about it. And with the footsteps as well, you know, because it's natural to you, isn't it? But it's, yeah.
Hello.
Here's Brian.
Here he is.
With the arrival of the final members of the team, the business of hitting the right notes gets underway.
Do you?
I really do think I'm going flat.
Oh, you're
Oh, baby, I can see it there in your eyes. Let it go and let the waiting.
You go da-da-da, are you? So
Yeah.
just make that da-da bit, as if it's really high. Don't go, go, and then you'll never get up
Right,
there.
so
go.
let it go.
Just pretend that the letters in the same place.
Let it go. Stop the
Pretend the
waiting.
letters in the
Right
same
on
place.
the dance floor is where you gotta let it go.
Yeah. And you can do it properly when you move.
Because I'm still.
Using TV remotes as microphones, the team now try to bring the singing and the dancing together. But Yvette quickly runs into a crucial problem.
Don't stop moving. What is that word? What is that there? I am forgetting it every time.
It makes you little wonder shot.
Despite early wobbles, they now seem to be getting down with the kids.
Let it go up the waiting. Right here on the dance floor is where you wanna let it go. Stop moving, can you feel the music? DJ's got us going around, round. Don't stop moving, find your own way to it. Listen to the music, taking you to places that you've never been before, baby. Now
Moving to the
funky beat. Yeah, come on.
don't stop moving to the team and beat.
You just need to smile.
Do you know what it is? On that last one, I completely ballsed up because I was concentrating on the singing and giving it what for.
Yeah.
Completely lost my steps altogether. It's like I can't concentrate on two things, which is why it's like you need to.
You know what you have to concentrate on? Having a laugh.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Just
Right.
Do it confidently.
From now on, I'm going to be Mrs. Happy.
Before dress rehearsals, Yvette enters a classic celeb hangout, the makeup room. Her cold, however, is still causing her grief.
I am suffering with cold. Right. And I don't want you to have. I always get my germs. No, you won't be saying that when you start going, I've got a sore throat. Yeah. Excuse me.
Getting their slap on is fellow teammate Liz McLarnon, formerly of Atomic Kitten, and guest presenter of Saturday Night Takeaway, Kirsty Gallagher.
I need to blow my nose again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Cold, yeah. Excuse me. Stand well back. Right? Stand well back because I've got to blow. Excuse me, everybody, I'm sorry. Good God.
In the meantime, Karl continues his lone vigil of an editing kind.
Just accidentally turn my camera off on the way downstairs.
No, we're not.
Hello. Sorry. Oh, is it?
We're doing some porn.
Okay.
No, you see, you've got to come with a small thing. I'm here to give you your shoes.
Your shoes to wear for the shoots.
Cool.
No, I just wondered if she could try them on and
Okay.
see which one's going to work.
Okay. Okay. I'll
alright?
put them on soon. She gets. I don't know where she is actually.
Oh, okay.
Is there still dress rehearsal?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can try them on in the meantime if you
I'm going to wear them.
Back in Slap Central, Yvette is in full flow and is taking the idea of girly talk to a new anatomical level.
And did you know why we have an orgasm?
Why?
Do you know?
God is good.
Yeah. No, but do you know this? Do you know why?
No.
Oh, right. If there's like your cervix is like a little well, and when the sperm collects in the well, when you're trying to get pregnant, the woman must have an orgasm after the male because that feeling of an orgasm is there's a head or a straw that actually dips into the cervix and sucks up the sperm and it goes a quicker way but that's why you have an orgasm.
Yeah, this is what we talk about in makeup every week.
Yeah, who would wear a merkin? Why?
Me, being me, can't just stop myself at the odd, sort of nice, polite conversation. Oh no, let's talk about orgasms. Let's talk about what makes an orgasm occur. Let's talk, how... Do you know, sometimes I just don't know when to shut up.
Coming up, it's coming up, it's there.
Karl and Yvette share a tender moment.
Hello.
Steve the Builder causes confusion in the ranks.
You okayed it?
Do they sell tickets to your planet? What?
And Yvette's obsession with her hair is taken to new lengths.
The thing is I'm worried about, I've got somebody else's DNA hanging around my face.
We have been following Yvette Fielding as she anxiously prepares to take part in a team sing-off on primetime Saturday night TV.
Yes, let's just keep doing it. Find your own way to it. Oh, boom!
Don't stop moving to the
Team beat! We'll be all right.
The people of London are building up for a big Saturday night out. But inside, it is nearly showtime, and the guest stars from both teams are being preened and polished for their musical clash.
My thoughts were like mind you, my thoughts were like Darth Vader, so where do you sit down?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm like I'm sitting down. All set. Just got to get my blazer on now. Get ready to go. Let's get ready to rumble.
The corridors of the London studios are eerily empty as the action takes place in the main studio. With the news that Yvette was not one of the celebs voted off this week, Karl is more than happy to pack up and get ready to travel home.
Hello, you coming in?
Hello.
After the showbiz glitz of Saturday night TV, Monday sees them getting down to what really matters, a new conservatory. Steve the Builder is back with new drawings and pictures, and it's not long before Yvette gets excited about a strange feature.
What about one of these? What can we have one of these? Can you have that fitted in?
It's like going to a toy shop.
No, it is though.
Log
Can we
burner.
not have a log burner put in there?
Yeah. A lot of people have log burners.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Like
now.
a big one, like a big one.
Whoa, you don't actually need anything too big because you'll end up like my brother-in-law that when he gets his log burner going full blast, you have to go out the room.
Oh,
It's all to
okay.
do with size of
Yeah.
the room.
I'm like that when a mother turns up, man.
Is that right? Yeah. I reckon you're going to be closer to 80,000. Yeah, you're going to be 80,000.
What I really wanted was a two-story extension with a gatehouse and another building the other side of the drive. So you actually drive through this gated thing. But Yvette said no, she wanted a conservatory. It's the difference between Stockport and Guildford.
With Steve gone, they mull it over.
Makes me very nervous spending that amount of money.
Why?
It just does it. I mean, it's a lot of money that in handbags and shoes and jewellery. Isn't it, really? I mean, look at all the money, think of all the shoes I could buy with that.
But honestly, I think it's money well spent, and it's not about putting money on the house. I don't care about that because we're not moving from here. This is where we are.
Yeah.
And I just think it's going to enhance what we've got. We've got this beautiful piece of land out there that we can see, and when we were very lucky in that respect.
I know, and at the moment it looks like the Clampets' backyard, and I hate that.
One key piece of information seems to have slipped Karl's mind.
With the dogs and the dog thing, we're going to have the conservatory built, and the dogs will then move round to the side, and at night time and all that kind of thing, they come into the house, round by the barn. We said we'd have a kennel built for the dogs. And you okayed it.
Do they sell tickets to your planet? What?
You okayed that we had... We
haven't okayed a kennel.
You have, you've okayed a kennel.
I would have remembered it. I would have remembered you saying, shall we have a kennel? And me going, that's it, yeah, okay.
Sweetheart, have you got selective memory or something?
Probably.
Yeah, you have. You did say
No,
it.
you make things up in your mind. I think we've had this conversation.
I haven't. So are we going for this conservatory? The only thing I'm worried about...
I thought we were talking about a kennel.
No, I've moved back to the conservatory.
Oh, right. We've had a lot of thought about the conservatory and or the load of glass stuck on the side of the house, and in all honesty I just think that all things considered we're not going to go ahead with it. No.
Yvette is a woman who likes to change her hairstyle often, and by her own admission the result is not always a success. For someone off the telly, that can cause problems.
I'm having hair extensions done purely because the new series of No Swanses starts soon. So they've asked me to bring a picture in of myself with the hair that I want, and I want it back sort of the way that the majority have done the show, looking like.
The early appointment meant there was no time for applying even basic makeup at home.
I came out in such a rush this morning, I didn't have any chance to put any makeup on, so I've scared quite a few people on the way in. And this little pot here covers up my spots. I don't know if it does any good. But when you're having your hair done, you want to kind of look a little bit nice, don't you? Because you're looking at yourself all flipping day, and apparently I'm going to be in the chair for about 4 hours.
It's going to be a long day. First comes the wash.
But the thing is, I'm worried about, I've got somebody else's DNA hanging round my face. Haven't I? Long hair. And what if it's a man's hair? Seriously, though. I better not tell Karl. He won't want to. No. He might want to not go anywhere near me.
The extensions have arrived. Will she? Won't she?
I've decided.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to have them done. No, seriously, I don't want to have them done.
You can't do it.
I'm joking.
You're nearly there.
Oh, I wanted you to go, what? But you didn't.
No. It'll look nice. It'll look really nice.
It'll go all right. It'll be good.
And so the long process of applying the extensions begins.
Okay, so the first one done.
First one, and then somebody else's DNA is around my neck.
And on. And on.
Right, well, your first row's in.
Oh, first row's in. That would be funny if you went, and it's finished.
Yeah, all done.
All
Like
done.
your attention
Oh, fabulous.
Surely, Yvette, there's no time for lunch.
It's a bit strange having your lunch in the hairdressers, but needs must.
Along the way, there is time for a geography lesson that Jade Goody would have been proud of.
Did you say England? The capital of England?
What's the capital of England?
Don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, I honestly. No.
You know, yeah.
London now.
Yeah, right, okay.
When you...
It was the Paris thing one that
It was the Paris.
What's the capital of Paris?
Brilliant, let me test you. What's the capital of the United States of America?
Oh, no, don't do this.
Come on, have a guess.
Is it New York?
No.
Really not.
See? Actually, let's stop now, because she's doing my hair and she's going to get all freaky on me.
It's coming up. It's there.
We find out if the hairdresser does get freaky on Yvette and if the extensions end up a success.
At the moment, it looks like a Rod Stewart bad hairdo, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yvette and Karl plan their unusual wedding in Las Vegas.
Elvis must got the bride down the aisle and give her away. Elvis will then sing 5 songs. But if he's really bad...
And in bed with Yvette and Karl, we have unnatural access to their nocturnal habits.
That was the book. I was in the light.
After Yvette danced her way to success on Saturday Night Telly, we saw her rejoin her husband Karl. And in order to change her look, Yvette has spent a whole afternoon drastically revamping her hair.
I'm having hair extensions done.
Yvette has spent hours in the chair having extensions put in, and the ends may be in sight.
But you're going, oh, thank God, inside, aren't you?
No, do you know, it doesn't seem like 5 hours because we just chatted over there.
Yeah, thank you.
No,
But it's not over yet.
looks fab, doesn't it? Like, I'll come and see. I'll go away while it gets cut, because I get more of a surprise.
Yeah.
How long they are now.
James is here to complete the look, but it could be a retro challenge.
Yeah. At the moment, it looks like a Rod Stewart bad hairdo, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we're going to take this off, this is going to start, and then we're going to start slicing this out.
Right.
So pretty much where you see these on the top layer are going to start to disappear into the rest of the length.
Right. Very clever.
Rod Stewart? That wasn't the look she was going for. Better get to work, James. After 5 hours in the chair, Yvette can see the cut taking shape.
It's getting there, yeah. Isn't it funny? All this time, and I've felt very dowdy and kind of, and it's because, and I've been looking at old photographs and I've just been thinking, why, what did I do that for? I'm always doing stuff in my hair.
One of the things that Yvette is famous for is her hair, because it changes almost on a weekly basis. And the weird thing is when you look back at some of the old shows, I remember her having her hair changed and going, yeah, that's fantastic, that looks great. Then you look back at it now and you go, ew, what were we thinking?
The interruptions keep coming.
Oh, what? Sake, I'm in the middle of a transformation. Go away. Oh, I know. Right, go away. Take my hammock off my knee. I look like I'm on the bus.
Some interruptions are more welcome than others.
So, Yes, I am very happy. So, Mr. Beattie, what do you want for tea tonight? Shall I call in on the way home and get something? Because I was going to come into the office, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time. Okay. Shall I go to Marks and Sparks and get something nice?
The great thing is, for me, it's just like sleeping with a different woman every week. She turns up, I don't know what she looks like, different colour hair, different length, you know, sometimes with a comb over. And it's just like having a different woman, which, you know, keeps me happy.
Oh, shall I ring you when I finish? Oh, I love you, darling. Bye, bye. Oh, nearly pulled my extension out.
I've always been against hair extensions from the first time they were invented, because I was the guinea pig on Blue Peter and they made me have them in there. And they were so uncomfortable, I actually got drunk on gin and tonic, and used a pair of pliers to pull them out. And in the morning it looked like something, like a rat had been sort of killed in the middle of the night.
Wow. Longish hair. Is that clever, that? And yet, when I wake up in the morning, it'll be a mess and I won't be able to do it and I'll cry.
It's 3 weeks since Karl re-proposed to Yvette, but now they have made time to research the city where they will renew their vows.
Okay, the Graceland Wedding Chapel has been a part of the Las Vegas Strip for over 50 years. John Bon Jovi was married here in 2001.
When we got married for the first time, we were kind of controlled a little bit by the people who were taking the photographs, and we kind of thought this was really, our first wedding was almost like for everybody else, and we just thought, you know what, let's have some fun and let's go to Vegas and just let our hair down and enjoy it and really just do the things we want to do.
What does it say? How do you do it? Packages. Elvis wedding. Oh my God, this is so funny. I am going to laugh and laugh and laugh. Oh, Here we go, here we go. They've got different names for the different packages. So, do we want Viva Las Vegas, Yusuf Chapel, Elvis will escort the bride down the aisle, Elvis will sing 2 songs, Rose presentation, Rose buttonniere, copy of Elvis and Priscilla's marriage certificate, professional photography, then Loving You package, Use of the Chapel. Oh, Elvis will sing 3 songs.
3
in
songs.
this. You get a certificate holder as well.
Wow.
Can't Help Falling in Love package. Elvis will escort the bride down.
What's going right now? What's the most expensive package?
Concert with the King. Use of the Chapel. Choice of Elvis theme. Gold lame, black leather jumpsuit, or what's that word? Aloha. Alola. Ahola. What is it? Aloha. Aloha!
Alola. Alola. Alola from Hawaii.
Oh, I just had a really bad
That was his big
moment.
concert. Went round
Okay, Elvis will escort the bride down the aisle and give her away. Elvis will then sing 5 songs. But if he's really bad, should we book it then?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yvette phones their personal assistant to begin booking for the big day, including a new person in the plans, a dressmaker.
Hi, Anne, it's only me. I'm just ringing up because 2 things. We'd like to book the Graceland Wedding Chapel for the 29th of May. And we want the 2 Elvises, but as long as both of them can give me away. Okay, and then can we find a really good dressmaker for my wedding dress somewhere in the Manchester area? Thank you, Anne. Come on then, should we go for a walk? I need my clear my nails.
I've got to say, if I carry on now, I'm going to actually fall asleep with excitement.
Come on, you're marrying me again. You've got all this to put up with for the rest of your life.
Cool.
Come on.
My mum warned me about this.
The sun has set on Chateau Beatty, but there is still some late-night bedroom activity.
What?
Oh, it's a funny book. It's funny. Oh, it made me laugh. Oh, that is so lovely.
Can I ask a question? Why do we have to have my light on?
Because if my light's on, it shines straight into my eyes. I've got an early start tomorrow, so I don't need any tension or stress across my eyes. Where was I? Carl, there's this bit in here, it's really funny. He does this impression, right? The Invisible Man, and he gets the tissue and then he puts the glasses on it. Oh,
There's the light shining in my eyes.
sorry?
With the light shining in my eyes.
I know, but I just let me finish this page, love.
What do I do?
Ah.
Oh, that wasn't the book. I'll turn the light off. Come on. Good night.
Next time, we see Karl making a splash, which Yvette enjoys far too much. And Karl getting back to nature on a quad bike.
He's bum wobbling.
Don't you feel like you know Yvette, and especially Karl, intimately now? Right, next Monday night is where it's all at. We've got the launch of the brand new series of 4 weddings, where 4 brides battle it out for a luxury honeymoon by judging each other's wedding days. Personally, I can't wait. And that's sandwiched between our dazzling double finale of Britain's Next Top Model, starting from 8. Well, tonight, what draws a dominatrix and cowboy together? Find out in CSI. Next.